What's going on, YouTube? Well, look, as we get closer to football season, let me turn this down. As we get closer and closer to football season, and the hype train grows and grows and grows for the Tennessee Vols, I would like to discuss some of Tennessee's failures in recent years, leading into this year's, hopefully, run for at least some kind of championship, be it Southeastern Conference, East Division, or the whole thing. Do you know, Tennessee fans, how long it's been since the Volunteers have won an SEC conference? I'll give you a second. 17 years. There have been 17 Southeastern Conference trophies handed out since the last time Tennessee won one. Of those, and yes, I've got to refer to Google because I don't have the stellar memory that some of these NFL TTC guys have that know fucking every position player on their team, every backup, every third stringer. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Of those 17 SEC championships, 8 of them, that's almost half, were won by a school that starts with the letter A. Not all of them are Alabama, but most of them are. You got Auburn with 1, 2, 3 since Tennessee last won it. None for Arkansas. And then the rest of those A teams, the A-holes, are Alabama. Now that's 8 out of 17. The rest of them, 9 of them, split between LSU, Georgia, and Florida. 17 years, Tennessee fans. And we just thought the last 6 or 7 years had been bad. 17 years. Time to do something about that, Mr. Jones, Mr. Dobbs, Mr. Hurd, Mr. Kamara, Mr. Everybody on defense. As this hype train grows, and it will continue to grow, if and until Tennessee loses a football game. College football, and especially the Southeastern Conference, needs Tennessee to be back. And I know a lot of you fans are going to be like, "Fuck that, we don't need Tennessee to blah, blah, blah." Well, for us old school college fans, the ones of us that have been around since the days of Oklahoma, Nebraska, you know, I hate both of those teams, but that's a game that I used to look forward to back in the day. Texas, Oklahoma, although they still play it, it doesn't have the meaning it used to. Even Tennessee, Alabama, as much as that's my favorite rivalry, god dang, 10 years in a row losing, it's not much of a rivalry. So there's been a lot of talk of Tennessee, Georgia. Uncle Lou makes Tennessee references in his last video. I've made tons of Georgia references. The reason for that is because, you know, Georgia is the only SEC East team right now that matters, that Tennessee can play with and beat. You can say the same for Georgia. Yeah, they've had minimal success against those guys down south. But even them, not good against them down south. And to me, the SEC East this year is Tennessee and Georgia's to lose.
You've never been there. They're down. People are going to be overlooking you because of where the game sandwiched between, or you might be overlooking them. So
What say you, Tennessee fans? If Tennessee loses 2 games this year, I'm stealing this from Sports Source. If Tennessee loses 2 games this year, but beats that team down south, will you be satisfied? I think most Tennessee fans will say no in their heart. They may not admit it down in the comments. But what do you say, ball fans? And the rest of the fans of college football and the SEC? Being an outsider, would you consider 2 losses for Tennessee a good year? Obviously, some of you probably don't give a shit. Anyway, go Vols, screw y'alls, we're getting closer.